Yo, yo, yo. Happy Friday. Pulling from the Fortune Queens. The energy's feeling vibey today. Yes, the moon is in Cancer. These two. Interesting. That's Sun in Capricorn. And then the Page of Swords. Take the high road. You don't need to go for the jugular every time. I also feel like it's time to initiate a new state of mind or new conversations about ways to let go, ways to save, ways to expend your physical and financial energy more wisely. There's some stuff to say that needs to get off your chest. Venus is in Aries and the love is getting spicy as we need it to be. Venus in Aries is definitely going to heavily promote self-love. So this is an important time to really make sure that you're maintaining your independence, especially if you're entwined in something where you're interdependent. Healthy interdependence really is born of healthy independence. And so let's see what the tarot has to say. What's the advice for this transit of Venus being in Aries? King of Cups. Wow. Emotional maturity. Really understanding how to show up and be fair, how to fight fair, how to be vulnerable yet balanced. Also showing emotion. Don't let your feelings calcify. Also, for this Venus in Aries, there is going to be profound endings and profound metamorphosis. There may be somebody with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements that is coming into your life, or things are ending with them, or profoundly transforming. This feels big. This was what I pulled for Venus in Aries advice, but this death card was on the bottom of the deck. And so I do feel like some of you are learning big lessons from a Scorpio, but this full moon, total lunar eclipse in Scorpio is about to rock that ass. So everybody emotionally needs to buckle up and understand that emotional mastery and emotional balance and fairness and showing your emotions, showing your feelings, letting people know how you feel is important. Letting people see your emotions, your reactions is important. And be true to yourself and welcome in this metamorphosis, babe. It's happening.
The thing is that loving your neighbor as you love yourself implies that one is supposed to love themselves. But when most people quite literally hate themselves, look at the way they eat, look at the way they sleep, look at the way they take care of themselves, the way they prioritize their mental, physical, spiritual health. So when these people are out here hating themselves, are you really losing sleep over the fact that they're not loving you? Make the math.
It'll never cease to amaze me as a content creator how I can get on this app and post shit all day long and people won't find a problem. But let me post the price list. Here will come a motherfucker in a heartbeat talking about your service is too high. No, your expectation was too low. Because the fact that you thought I only operate out of the frequency of free, beyond me. But the fact that you don't recognize my energy as best spoke, which means it's expensive, bitch, upsets me even further. And I mean, you don't have to be able to afford me. But don't catch an attitude because you start trying to count my pockets and yours don't add up. The fuck? Anyways, book me if you got it.
I got home from my vacation at about midnight last night. Didn't get to bed until like 2 Mountain Time when I've been running on Eastern Time. And so I go to sleep late, obviously, and was really agitated when I was woken up by my roommate doing dishes at 9 a.m. And so I slammed the door. My bedroom door is normally always open because of I want airflow. And I slammed the door. I made this, by the way. I made this wreath, and there's this little rosebud that's like tucked inside this piece of vertebrae. And when I woke up from my slumber all agitated this morning and like ready to start the day, because I'd been woken up,
There are these little rose petals on the floor. And if this isn't the most Venus and Aries shit ever, it's just like, get it together. It's not that serious. Enjoy the beauty. All right, y'all. Mercury is back on that haterade, and at least it's happening in Gemini. Mercury rules Gemini, so it's at home, and I feel like this Mercury retrograde is not going to be as detrimental as it has been previously, though I don't think that it's a detrimental energy. If anything, it's just reassessment. And what came up for me in this is there are going to be tests in the realm of communication. And there's going to be important conversations that are being had. The desire to be social is ramping up. And what have you learned about your communication skills? What have you learned about the way that you want to be treated, respected, spoken to, and the way that you want to express yourself? Wow. Stay tuned for part 2. Four of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Mercury retrograde and Gemini part 2. So with the Four of Swords and then the Ace of Swords, look at that. When you get still, when you slow down, when you really reassess your thoughts, your relationship to your thoughts, your relationship to your words and your communication, when you really try to get more masterful. The Four of Swords indicates the Three of Swords. So there is a certain level of recovery from heartbreak, pain, disappointment, and there's data to be acquired. Data that is acquired in stillness in the spirit. And so that data, that pain, that heartbreak has come in to help you establish a new mental foundation, a new relationship to your thoughts, words, and becoming more masterful with your thoughts will make you more masterful with your words. And since words are vibration that eventually turn into matter, what are you speaking into your existence? And the divine wants to give you the sword of truth.